Hello and welcome to Not Your Grandma's Opera. Today we're going to be talking about something that's actually pretty near and dear to my heart, musical theater. And really musical theater versus opera. What's the difference? Is there a difference? Well, yeah, there is, but a little bit of history first. Musical theater came from opera. You know, we've had opera since about the 1600s. I'm not giving you the exact dates, that's another video. But we've had opera since then. And then it's kind of developed. We ended up with operetta, and then we started with the very classical style musical theater, and then it's continued to develop till we have now modern day musical theater. What's the difference between the two? Well, operas are primarily mostly sung. That's kind of the big difference. There are operas that do have dialogue. They used to have opera seria, opera commedia, and it would always be like, one has words, one doesn't, and usually it'd be serious and versus funny kind of stuff. But most of the time, operas are primarily sung. Now, there are musical theater pieces that are primarily sung and do not have dialogue. And technically, if we're going to go into technicalities here, those would be considered operas. Those are your musicals like Hamilton. There is no dialogue in Hamilton. It is all sung or rapped. So that could technically be an opera. Les Miserables, that's another one that could be an opera because there is no dialogue. The big difference really is the style of the music. Both of them have drama and words, and those really drive the action of the show. There's also libretto, so there's like a written book that the music is composed to. Now, opera uses more vibrato. Musical theater is a little bit more straight tone. If you really want to know the difference, I could do a little example for you guys. If I were to sing Memory operatically, I would go, Memory all alone in the moonlight. That has vibrato, lots of vibrato actually. Now, straight tone, Memory all alone in the moonlight. That is more stylistically appropriate for Memory because that's just kind of the style it is. And you don't use that much vibrato in musical theater. Musicals also use microphones. Operas do not use microphones. That's a really big difference. Above all, the real major difference is that operas put music above the story. The music is more important than what is happening. Musicals are the opposite. The story is more important than the music. So that's like the big difference. I still love musical theater. It's one of my favorite things ever. I love to sing it. I love to go see shows. I actually started in musical theater. That's kind of where I got bitten by the bug for the stage. So musical theater is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It is different from opera. Oh, and of course I need to say this because it needs to be said all the time. Phantom of the Opera is not an opera. There is dialogue. It is not an opera. Okay? So in summary, operas are primarily sung. Musicals have some dialogue usually. Operas put the music over the story, and musicals put the story over the music. Musicals use microphones. Opera does not use microphones, and opera uses a lot of sung vibrato. So those are the big differences, but at the end of the day, it's both a great story on stage that everybody loves to go see. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe.